Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Syed Answers, and today I just wanted to comment on an incident that took place, I think in India, if I'm not mistaken, where there was this crowd of Hindu protesters and they were shouting at this hijabi sister, and the sister starts shouting back, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So without further ado, we're just gonna watch the video and, share our thoughts, inshallah. There's a lot to unpack here. First off, this reminds me of a hadith I've always heard quoted by different shayukh and ulama on members, during Jum'ah Khataib, which is that the Prophet ﷺ said, there will be a time where non-Muslims will invite one another to attack Muslims like people will invite one another to eat from a meal. And that will be when the Muslims are huge in numbers, but we are like the foam of the sea, having no value. And now we see that this is happening. Look at this. This is just a woman who's trying to go to class, obviously. And there's this whole crowd of Hindu protesters who think it's okay to just shout at her just because she's a Muslim wearing her hijab. It's very sad. On the other hand, it's amazing to see that she's responding by saying, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, and she, is being resilient. And I just saw that, and I'm like, I hope I marry someone who is like that. That just doesn't that won't take crap from Islamophobes. I hope, may Allah grant us all righteous spouses. But man, I want my wife to be like that. But anywho, yeah, I just really applaud this sister's I applaud this sister's courage, and may Allah soften the hearts of those protesters. They don't know what they hate. These and I just also wonder, where are the champions of women's rights? I wonder, women who claim to champion women's rights, not women, forget women, just people who claim to champion women's rights, particularly feminists, fourth wave feminists. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this? A whole group of men shouting at one woman because she's wearing hijab and abaya. Do you have anything to say on this? I hope so. I hope y'all are consistent. I'd like to see fourth wave feminists come out and condemn this. Because oftentimes we hear in the West about how we are lectured in the West about how the Muslims in the Middle East oppress women by supposedly coercing them to wearing hijab and all that, and then this isolates them from social circles and blah 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 and stuff like that. I mean, this woman's not isolated. She's going to school. And you have all these men who are shouting at her. I thought we live in a day and age where women are being taught, men are being taught to respect women. So, all of y'all who are for women's rights, I'd like for you guys to say something here because injustice is taking place against a woman. She's dressing however she wants, and men are insisting that she's wrong, and they're attempting to intimidate her to change her ways for them. Come out and say something. We're coming out and saying some stuff. We're coming out and defending our sister here. Our beautiful sister, mashallah, our flower, who we don't want anything bad to happen to. All of y'all who are champions of women's rights, come on out and say something. All of you people out there who are for, autonomy, personal autonomy, letting people live however they want, come out and say something. Come out, wherever you are.